I said to all of you viewers of Equinox Television, it's 6 p.m. Welcome back, viewers. Our guest tonight is Mark Abaiko. He is an author, writer, and also a young entrepreneur. We will be discussing the challenges youths in Cameroon face on a daily basis and how those problems can be handled. That is in prelude to the National Youth Day, which comes up on the 11th of February. That would be on Sunday. Mark, thank you so much for accepting to be our guest on Talking Point tonight. Now, let's talk about youth and the use of social media. We have noticed that youths are the ones who make use of social media the more, and they are always very attached to it. Now, how can the youth in our country make use of social media to their advantage and not to their disadvantage or detriment?
Hey, thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure to be on this platform with you, Madam Anne. Social media has adverse effect for some people, for some youth who are very, who are agile, who are so excited to get into that platform and use it. It has so many negative, or it has proven to be negative to them based on what they showcase. Many of them follow some social media influencers to showcase their body, to expose their body. Some of them are very toxic. They get hate speech, they get insulted, and they get into insulting people on Facebook, on WhatsApp, in all these platforms. So those are the negative aspect of it. People hide in the cocoon of anonymity to express hate speech. Is through social media. You can insult the president, you can insult anybody that you want, and these are some of the negative effects of it. And these people cannot be arrested because they have a virtual body that cannot be touched. And again, social media also is instigating. People use it to instigate others to commit crimes, to do certain things. Like I can talk, the Anglophone crisis is fueled highly through social media. Now, those are some of the negative effects. Now, what can be done? It's very difficult to say that something effective can be done because social media is a virtual space. So it's difficult to really arrest those people, to sanction, like if we have to sanction. But what can only be done is sensitization. We should sensitize youth on the use of social media. We should sensitize them more on the benefit of using social media. And when we do this sensitization, we as a team, we have already started doing sensitization like that. We move from one school to another, sensitizing students on how you can use social media for benefit. You can go, there are some important blogs that have content you can read. There are some people that release short videos that are very entertaining and also very edutaining, that is educative. So you can go to that, and you can also use social media to express yourself in writing. You also express useful content that can be educative to people at large. So I think it's only sensitization, because if sanctioning, you can sanction them since they are virtual.
And now, Max, you are an entrepreneur. Let's just say you're a startup because you're a young entrepreneur. Let's put it that way. And we hear the authorities always talking about self-employment, but youths just like yourself always complain of some stumbling blocks, such as in exorbitant taxes. Have you faced such situations before in your entrepreneurship journey?
Entrepreneurship in Cameroon is not easy like in other countries. It's very difficult because people are not supportive. I launched a bookshop, a small bookshop, when I was still in Yaoundé, in Soa, and it was just a small bookshop, and they told me to pay 150,000 francs a year. I said, what? I don't make up to 10,000, I don't make up to 20,000 francs a month in this bookshop, and you're asking me to pay 150,000 francs. And as a result of that, if not that I was so much strong, I'm a strong person, and despite the taxes, I continued. But many people shrink, many people abandon their businesses, many youth in particular abandon businesses because of high taxes subsidies that are given to them, and it seems like the government does not want youth to engage into entrepreneurship, and this is conflicting to the presidential speech, because in every year, I think from 2018, every year the president's speech is centered on entrepreneurship, youth employment. You should engage in entrepreneurship. But now on the field is something different. The people, the councillors, they are bent at giving high taxes to youth, and it's discouraging. So at the end of the day, youth now will turn back to the government for jobs, because government jobs, you just need to write concours. Nobody will tax you. Yeah, once you can pay the manda, nobody will tax you. Once you get the job as a magistrate, as a court registrar, nobody will tax you. So, but on the other hand, people get taxes, and it's discouraged. So we're calling on the government to reduce taxes to entrepreneurs, to encourage them, and also to meet the president's vision of creating an economy filled with entrepreneurs.
Okay. So the youth should never give up. Now, Max, let's talk youth and politics. Just to be brief, why is it that most youth in Cameroon shy away from politics so much?
Yes, the issue is many youths are not interested in politics because the government has proven that it is a government of gerontocracy, government of elders, government of old people, as they say. Because you see, politics is all about, it's a game of interest, and for there to be smooth politics, there must be exchange of power frequently, either from the youth to the old, or from youth, so stuff like that. So, but the youth shy away from politics because they have discovered that same year we still see the same faces. And what is the hope of them engaging into politics? So it's like they are using them to vote for the same faces they have been seeing. So that is it. So if there is a change of power, not only the president of the republic, because many people are centered around changing the president of the republic, not only the president of the republic, even in other dimensions that I will not want to call, we still see only old faces. So what aspirations do you want to give to the youth? So because when people are joining politics, they are joining with the hope that one day they can become president, one day they can become parliamentarians, one day they can become. But if at the end of the day, they still see that the same people who are senators, the same people who are parliamentarians, they are only old people, then if they have concluded that this gerontocracy, then the youth just have to watch and clap their hands.
No, Mark, the youth shouldn't clap their hands. I think they should dare and see what tomorrow holds for them. And now, Max, you are an author, a writer. You have 2 books that you have published, and you are also a public speaker, and you intend training some young people on how to be able to speak convincingly in public and also to their employers. Why not? Can you tell us what's your motivation and how the program is going to unroll?
I have a team that is aimed at training 1,000 communicators as a whole between now and 2025, and we can train 1,000 communicators. It can only be possible through seminars or through trainings that we organize. So we started this campaign of training 1,000 communicators last December in Boya, and we are moving forward to Douala. So tomorrow we'll be organizing a seminar at the Regional Linguistic Center at Bonanjo here in Douala to train youth or to train communicators, because communication as a whole centers or affects or applies in every aspect of our human life. Doctors need to be good communicators in order to perform their job. Teachers need to be good communicators. Politicians, administrators, whoever, they need good communication. They need to know how to express themselves. They need to know how to express their ideas. And for the youth, they need good communication. And I wrote in my book, Permit You, that's not my only book, that's my 3rd book. I have 3 books, that's the 3rd one. I wrote in that book, The Magic in Communication. If you see on the cover page, the quotation is that if your communication is sound, your promotion is bound. So everyone who needs to promotion, because many people cry, I've been working for about 10 to 15 years, no promotion. Now, if you are not promoted because there are certain things you are not doing, if you can hold a good communication, then you will be promoted sooner or later, because once you can communicate your ideas convincingly to your employer, then your employer will see some resource in you and he will deem it necessary to promote you to the level that he wants you to be.
Good luck in your adventure, Mark, and thank you so much for accepting to be our guest on Talking Point tonight. Viewers, we thank you so much for always being there. Don't go away. Our programs continue. The news in the French language comes up at 8 p.m. Stay with us on Equinox Television, and bye-bye for now.